This video will introduce the technique for producing choux paste. Recall that in previous lessons we have discussed pie doughs, quick breads, and puff pastry, all which can be used for a variety of purposes. Choux paste is no different and can be used for a number of different types of preparations, including cream puffs, eclairs, beignets, churros, crullers, dumplings, and gnocchis. By the end of this video, you will be able to 1. List the types of ingredients in a standard choux paste recipe. 2. Identify the equipment required to produce said recipe. 3. Describe how choux paste differs from other pastry dough. 4. Identify the watch points of choux paste preparation that will ensure your success. And 5. Describe the texture and appearance of a properly made choux paste. Characteristics of choux paste. It is cooked twice, once when the ingredients are combined and once during the final preparation. It develops large interior air pockets when baked or fried. And it has a smooth batter-like texture that allows it to be piped into specific shapes. To produce 1,750 grams of choux paste, you will need 500 grams of a 50-50 mixture of water and milk, 250 grams of unsalted butter, roughly chopped, 5 grams of salt, 375 grams of sifted all-purpose flour, 625 grams of whole eggs. Remember when cracking eggs to break them into a smaller bowl first in order to avoid using eggs with blood spots. You will also need a large saucepan, a wooden spoon, a scale, metal mixing bowls, an electric mixer, a paddle attachment for the mixer, and a rubber spatula. Combine the liquid, butter, and salt in a heavy saucepan and bring to a boil. As soon as the liquid boils, remove the pan from heat and add the flour all at once. Stir quickly to incorporate. Return the pan to moderate heat and stir. Continue stirring until the dough pulls away from the sides of the pan and begins to form a ball around the spoon. This will leave only a thin film of dough in the pan. Transfer dough to the bowl of an electric mixer. Attach the paddle mixing arm. Mix the dough at low speed until the mixture has cooled slightly. It should be quite warm but not hot to the touch. This is done to prevent the eggs from cooking as soon as they are added. Increase the mixer speed to medium and beat in the eggs a little at a time. Never add more than a quarter of the eggs at once, and always wait for one batch of eggs to be fully incorporated before adding another. Be sure to stop halfway through and scrape down the sides of the mixing bowl with a rubber spatula to ensure even mixing. Continue adding the eggs in stages until all of the eggs are incorporated. Your dough is now ready to use. Choux paste should be used immediately for best results. The finished product should be like a batter with a firm and smooth texture and a slightly shiny appearance. It should not be runny, and it should not have the dry, crumbly texture of some of the dough we have looked at previously. Choux paste should be firm enough to hold its shape when it is piped. If you are using a recipe for choux paste that you have not used before, and it is not firm enough, you may have to adjust the recipe by reducing the amount of liquid. Let's review the watch points for choux paste. Bring the water, milk, and butter mixture to a full boil. Add flour all at once and stir quickly to incorporate. Cook the dough over moderate heat while stirring until it pulls away from the sides of the pan. Allow dough to cool slightly before adding eggs. Never add more than a quarter of eggs at once, and always wait for one batch of eggs to be fully incorporated before adding another. Now that you are familiar with the ingredients, characteristics, and technique involved in making choux paste, assemble the equipment and ingredients described in the video and produce a batch of choux paste. When you are finished, indicate to your instructor that you have completed, and they will follow up with instructions on how your dough will be used.